What's up, Psychedelic Spotlight? My name's James, and today we're going to be discussing MILFs, mushrooms I'd like to forage. That's right, today's video is all about where the best locations in the United States are to forage magic mushrooms. And yes, in case you didn't know, they do grow naturally throughout the continental United States. Now, before we get into the maps and photos and all of that good stuff, I do have a couple of little warnings for you to start off with. First and foremost, as psychedelic mushrooms are still illegal, and in fact psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, is a Category 1, a Schedule 1 drug in the United States. If you are found in possession of magic mushrooms, even if they were naturally grown and you foraged them, you could still face a substantial amount of jail time. Therefore, Psychedelic Spotlight, of course, does not condone the possession of any illegal substance. Second, even though foraging mushrooms is a treasured pastime throughout the world, from North America to Japan to Africa to Europe, wherever, there are a lot of very poisonous mushrooms. Therefore, if you are not 100% certain about the mushroom that you have foraged, please, don't put it in your mouth. For this video, we're going to be using data from the scientists at moveBuddha, who mapped out the best locations across continental United States using the wildlife identification and observation app iNaturalist. And according to them, there are actually 22 different species of psychedelic mushrooms that exist in different regions across the United States. So without further ado, let's get into where the best places are. According to moveBuddha's analysis, they found that the best locations for foraging magic mushrooms across the United States were in the Pacific Northwest, the Rust Belt, East Texas, and Central Florida. So let's start with the best. The number one place to forage magic mushrooms in the United States is in the Pacific Northwest. The researchers describe this location as, quote, by far the best place in America to go looking for psychedelic mushrooms, with 15 of our top 25 cities being located between the Bay Area and the Canadian border. Here, psilocybe sienese, commonly known as the wavy cap, is the most commonly observed psilocybin mushroom among the iNaturalist users. So let's zoom in even further, shall we? We know the prime location, but what about the top counties within this location? Well, the very best county in all of the United States for foraging magic mushrooms is Pacific County, Washington. And that is followed closely by three counties in Oregon: Clatsop, Tillamook, and Benton. Moving on, if you're from the sunny cattle pastures of East and South Texas, do not worry, because we got plenty of locations for you as well. In fact, Rusk and DeWitt counties feature high rates of observations for psilocybe cumanensis. For psychonauts living in the Midwest or Northeast, do not fear. The analysis also showed that the corridor from Ohio up through Pennsylvania, New York, and Vermont is also rich in psilocybin mushrooms. The report found, quote, high rates of psilocybe cereal peas were spotted in Ashland County, Ohio, Warren County, Pennsylvania, Cattaraugus County, New York, and Washington County, Vermont. High rates of observations were also reported in eastern Pennsylvania's Lackawanna and Allegheny counties. Finally, when mapping out the best locations for edible, non-hallucinogenic mushrooms, the Pacific Northwest, from California up to Washington, again tops the list, with 9 of the 25 top counties in the United States being found in this area. Quote, not only do these counties have high rates of fungi observations, but they are also filled with mushroom meetup groups, foraging, festivals, and other social events dedicated to learning about and celebrating fungi. I hope you learned a lot today, and if you did, if you made it to the end of the video, do me a favor and drop a fire or mushroom emoji down in the comments section so we can see how many of you made it till the end. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Like that video and subscribe to the channel. I am James, and I will see you next week.